Hey Paranormies! Welcome to the light side of the paranormal. I'm Alice, and today I'm going to be taking you on the wild ride that is a personal paranormal experience, as well as a couple of Claire moments. Now, if you don't know what Claires are, we do have an entire playlist or a series devoted to explaining all about that, and that will be either linked here or down there. I recently made a video about different paranormal experiences I've had over the past few months, and this one got kind of lost in the shuffle, so I figured I would let you guys know about it. Now, this did happen back in February, but I do remember it like it was yesterday. Now, the story starts with me sleeping, and before you say it, I know, I was not dreaming, and I know that's what you're thinking, but I wasn't, okay? I am really good at sleeping. I should get that on a shirt. But what I mean by that is I always get 8 hours of sleep, restful sleep. I have no problem falling asleep, and I'm sorry to some of you that struggle with sleep because this is probably me just twisting the knife, so sorry about that. I was enjoying a restful, peaceful sleep when suddenly I was woken up like in a very jarring kind of wake up, which isn't normally how I wake up, again with the serene and the birds, and anyways, I was woken up by a growling deep voice saying Nathan in my ear on my right side. Now, I don't know anyone named Nathan other than someone that I knew in high school and someone that one of my cousins dated for a while, but neither of those people are in my life and haven't been for a long time. But the voice, I can still hear it when I think about it, and it was not nice. It was like growling and like husky, and almost as if this being had been smoking for 50 years, 5 packs a day, you know, like just that, like that, kind of growly, deep, yucky. And interestingly enough, the voice was not male or female sounding. That's not to say that there are only 2 genders, I should make that clear, but just in terms of what voices kind of sound like, it didn't sound like anything that would be familiar in terms of different genders. It was just its own thing. And I feel like I'm explaining this really weird. I'm sorry. It's just sometimes hard, like when you have an experience, to put it into words that make sense because the experience doesn't make sense. Does that make sense? So it obviously left me feeling very unsettled. I was panicked mixed with confused. Like, why did it just say Nathan? Well, maybe I should have gone and looked at the news. Like, maybe someone named Nathan had passed away. Like, I really don't know why it said Nathan, but I'm sure that it said Nathan. If there is some weird meaning behind Nathan in February that you know about that I don't, please comment that down below. But this isn't the end of this story. So after I had already woken up, I was awake, I saw a shadow figure move from the right side of the room over to the left side of the room and went through the wall. Me being me, I investigated the room next door, which is the bathroom, and there was no shadow person in there, or anything for that matter that was out of the ordinary. This was pretty early in the morning, and I typically like to sleep until about 8 o'clock, so I said, you know what, I'm gonna try and get back to bed. So I went back in my room, and I shut the door, and I still had all my dogs in the bed with me, and I heard the thumping of disembodied footsteps rushing across the house and heading right for my bedroom door. And we're talking quick, meaningful, purposeful, on a mission, steps, thumping, work boot style heaviness of the feet, but absolutely steps. This terrified me. I was like, did someone break into my house? Which would be a bad idea because they wouldn't be getting out. My dogs they're very protective. But I just couldn't believe my ears. You know, first this Nathan thing, then the shadow thing, and then the footsteps thing. So obviously I'm not going back to bed. I opened my bedroom door. There was nothing there. Checked all through my house. There was nothing there. It was so terrifying. And what a way to wake up. Like, that kind of set the tone for the day. You know what I mean? Like, I was kind of off for the rest of the day because of that. So thanks for ruining my day. If your name is Nathan, I don't know. Was it its own name? Like, I don't know. But anytime that I'm uncomfortable like that, and I recommend that you do this too, I always surround myself with a ball of white light. It's like a force field of protection. You have to visualize it in your mind's eye and just really focus on it, bring your attention to it, and believe that it will help you, and it will. So that's what I did during and after the fact. So my Claire moments are next. I hope that you guys liked that story time. But now you get a little icing on the cake. Here it comes. This is all just very small kind of things. I always say, when I'm talking about my Claires, not to discount them, but I always say it could be nothing, but. So I'm just gonna say it how I would normally say it. It could be nothing, but. I was at work, I'm a hairstylist, and a client came in, and the second I saw her, I was like, I'm just thinking we should do something inspired by like a neon sign. I'm just getting that for you. I feel like a neon pink sign would like be a really cool inspiration for your ombre today, because she likes to play with color and stuff like that. And she just stood there, mouth wide open, shocked, and said, "You're not gonna believe this. I was just at IKEA, and the only thing I took a picture of while I was in there was this neon pink sign." It was like a canvas that had a neon pink sign. I guess like it was a photo that had been wrapped as a canvas to hang as art in your home. It wasn't the actual sign, but I think it said something like sassy or something like that. But it was indeed pink neon sign. I don't know why I thought of that when I looked at her that day, especially specifically talking about the sign. I could have just said neon pink hair, but I was like, no, like a neon sign. So that was interesting. That was weird. That was a thing that happened. It's also been happening a lot lately where I will be thinking of someone or talking about someone, and the second that that ball starts rolling, they call me, or they text me, or they message me, or they show up at my door. Well, they're not showing up at my door right now because of the coronavirus, unfortunately, but still, like, it's gotten to the point that it's weird. Like, at least once a day, I'm telling you, at least once a day, like, I'll be like, oh, did you hear from Susie? Boom, text from Susie. Oh, it's been forever since I've heard from her. Boom, there it is. Like, it's just weird. Back when, you know, social distancing and all of this wasn't a thing, it would even happen where I'd randomly get like a thought come into my head like, oh, thinking about Katie right now. And then I go into the grocery store, and who do I see at the grocery store? It's Katie. You know, things like that. Now, again, it could be nothing, could be a coincidence, but still very weird. Same with numbers. I do it all the time with numbers. Like, I'm not talking math because I'm not good at that. Like clocks, like times, like that sort of thing. And the thing with clocks especially, like times, that has been happening to me as long as I can remember. Like, as long as I was able to recognize what numbers were, it's been happening, where I'll have no sort of indication or tip of like what time of day it is. And what I mean by that is, like, I'm not like, oh, it's 11 o'clock. 5 minutes from now, it's gonna be 11:05. Like, I'm not talking about it like that. Like, I'm talking, did not pay attention to the time all day, and then I'm like, it's probably 4:28. And then I look at the clock and it's 4:28. You know, stuff like that. So, these are all fun, exciting things. Do you guys experience anything like that? Any little weird coincidences? Any interesting Claire moments? Comment down below some of your experiences, or if you have a longer story, we do always keep our email in the description of every single video, kindredspirits111@outlook.com. Because I want to know what you guys think. If you think I'm full of baloney, you're allowed to say that. But if you are gonna say that I'm full of baloney, at least give me an explanation as to what's happening, because I got an open mind. But I just love hearing from you guys no matter what. So also, please subscribe to our channel, because if you like paranormal stuff, you obviously clicked on this video for a reason. We always post about this topic. That and a little bit of spirituality as well. Clearly you're into it, so why not be subscribed? On that note, click your notification bell so you don't miss any chilling tales. Like this video if you enjoyed hearing about some of my personal experiences. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. We'll see you guys next week. Bye!